celebrating our, own beauty, our inner beauty.
So I think that like helped me see you, because I would think that an American that had never been to India, India is like its own planet. It is
Yeah.
completely different than America. And people do not understand that have never went, even that have traveled to other places, India is still totally different than like going to Vietnam. Because
Until you
Vietnam
have
still has Western music, Western clothes, you know.
until you have traveled to India, I would say you haven't traveled the Asia yet, the complete
Right.
Asia.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, I checked Asia, check, because I traveled to, the what country you were saying, Vietnam, or Thailand, or Bali. If you went to India, then only that check happens, that you
Yeah,
get. Okay,
totally.
so in Nita Naturals, I created this segment because I wanted to ask my friends, community members, what it means to celebrate the beauty within. And 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 same question I'll throw at you: what it means for you to celebrate the beauty within, what it signifies. What do you understand when I say that Nita Natural tagline, celebrating the beauty within? For me, it's celebrating our, own beauty, our inner beauty, doing self-care. So that would be celebrating the beauty within. I want to know what it's for you.
Well, self-care is kind of new for me because I had 5 children, and part of that was I shaved my head for a while and stopped shaving my legs for 10 years because I didn't have a lot of time. So, in those moments, the beauty within came out in my family, in my home. And, now I have 3 kids that are over 18 and just 2 at home. And now I'm not married anymore. So I have all of this freedom and time and space. And so now it's starting to mean something differently. So for me right now, it's coming out in my creative projects, right? So like my radio show, my I'm making my radio show into an actual show. My writings, my music, my dance, like the way
Oh
I
yeah,
move,
your killer
like,
dance moves. Yeah, yes,
like
they would.
movement and feeling, and like it's so much more. Like beauty is so much more to me than just my looks. If it was, I would have like this long, beautiful red hair and my fake eyelashes on, and and there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I could totally like kill that look. But that's
Me
for
too.
me, beauty is it's like it's a deeper energy like that comes through like my move, like my movement and my soul and my expression. And my kids and I, we saw this guy sleeping on the side of the road yesterday. His face was on the pavement, and like we couldn't just drive by, and I made sure he was breathing, and he was very asleep, but I asked him if he would lift his head up, and he did, and we were able to like put a towel that we had in the car as like a pillow, and to me that's beauty. Like that's, the kids and I were volunteering right now 2 days at the warming center, feeding people and making coffee and just holding space. And like, I love to tell people I love you, you're valuable, I love you, you're wonderful. That's where I share the beauty that's inside of me, is through just wanting to pull that out of other people so that they see their value, and they feel how much the universe loves them, how much the divine mother loves them, like how valuable they are, because of the way that our construct has been, it almost takes that away from people. Oh, you're not special, you're
Exactly.
not valuable. Follow the rules, do this, stand in line. Which is funny because in India they don't have any lines. But there's so many
Oh my
people, like
God.
it's
When I
hard to
moved
get
there,
through.
when I moved there, I didn't follow any line, and I would just like go in any line, and people would be offended. I was like, she's so rude. And then I started to
Right.
apologize for it, and starting to apologize, and just started following the rule a little bit more so I don't come across as rude. because I
Right.
really sincerely had no idea. And thank you for understanding that, and not judging me. And this time when we were traveling to India, my son was in the war, and he was keep standing in the line, and somebody would come and just cut him, and would move on. And my son was just like an American, would wait for his line and his turn, and very, very like what you call that, rule follow regulations and all that. And then I said, Anshuman, this is India. If you don't just move forward and take your chance, take your turn, then nobody would give you. As people are too busy.
That happened to us at the train station too. Like Eli, he's really tall, and people just kept walking in front of him, and he got angry. And I was like India taught me to be less polite, because when I was polite, I got taken advantage of. It's not.
Yeah.
There's no such